happened in there?
Oh man, no, if I kill someone in the ring, I'd fucking make me very happy.
You mean that?
Oh, I love it, absolutely.
The sport of mixed martial arts is very young. In order to be accepted and recognized, many of the rules were modeled hoping to avoid catastrophic outcomes. In fact, the UFC would effectively even pay off former fighters to not talk about debilitating repercussions that come from the life of fighting. Just ask Spencer Fisher. But with the growth of the UFC and rivaling promotions, the need for fighters to differentiate from others and market themselves grows ever larger. Sadly, many of the fighters on this list threaten to maim and kill a lot more than a stuffed animal. Number 5 on our list of fighters who threaten to kill their opponents belongs to Sean Strickland. For Sean Strickland, it was a huge struggle to market himself. That is, up until this fateful interview with TMZ Sports.
That was like some traumatic shit that happened in there.
Oh man, no, if I kill someone in the ring, I'd fucking make me very happy.
You mean that?
Oh, I love it, absolutely. But I'm okay. I accept that. Like if Uriah hits me and maybe I have a brain aneurysm and die, you hear me say I'm okay. That's a good death.
Strickland had been in the UFC since 2014. Yet this was the first time anything he said was gaining traction. Strickland would be quick to adopt the Dexter persona and amp it up. In a short span of a couple of months, Strickland went from wanting to kill his former teammate, Hall, to wanting to kill everyone.
And this was, caused a lot of, controversy, whatever, where you like the idea of killing someone, right? And Rockhold talked about.
I wanted to my entire life. That's the big reason why I didn't have a social life. Like when I went out and got arrested, like I just wanted to. Like there's just something in me that like I just knew that if I could just kill a human being, it would make me feel good short time.
While Strickland most definitely has a colorful past, it's more than likely he is also playing into it. After all, prior to this summer, his biggest headline was about harassing a baby sea lion on Instagram. Moving on. At number 4. Frank Mir. UFC legend Frank Mir pioneered the death threat. Back in 2010, Mir launched a verbal tirade at Lesnar during an explosive interview following their UFC 100 clash as he stoked their rivalry. He said he wanted Lesnar to be, I quote, the first person that dies due to octagon-related injuries. Here's how Mir explained his sentiments.
With some PC, the guy's a great fighter and I have a lot of respect for him. And if I don't mean it, then why is it even coming out of my mouth? Because who's interested in hearing that? You say the same cookie-cutter responses. Oh, who do you want to fight next? Well, whoever the UFC deems me, I just will fight anybody. I'm like, man, I've heard that 1,000 times. I want to fight Lesnar. I hate who he is as a person. I want to break his neck in the ring. I want him to be the first person that dies due to octagon-related injuries. That's what's going through my mind.
Mir seemed earnest in his threat while at the same time confirming that it is about marketing more than anything. Regardless, Lesnar wasn't amused. In a since-deleted comment on his YouTube, Lesnar's team retaliated with threats. Frank Mir wants murder? The Beast is now even angrier than last time. It's okay, Frankie the Stalker Mir could use another beatdown. Except this time, it will be more vicious. The champion hopes Frank Mir makes it past Shane Carwin. Frank may never be able to fight again after the third fight is over, the statement read. Expect the unexpected, Mr. Submission Man, you may leave without an arm. Lesnar would go on to knock out Mir in the second round. But what followed after was more interesting. Dana White, champion of contemporary free speech, stated he is disappointed by Mir's comments and that he won't be saying anything like that again. Mir went on to apologize. Moving on. At number 3. Jon Jones. For our next threat, we rewind back to UFC 178. On the card then were McGregor and Poirier, who were about to fight for the first time. And a light heavyweight fight featuring champion Jon Jones and contender Alex Gustafsson. But as luck would have it, Gustafsson was forced to withdraw and was replaced by Daniel Cormier. While McGregor would go on to beat Poirier, Cormier and Jones would go on to have a brawl at the presser. The two would go on to exchange some very harsh words on a hot mic.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how fake you can really be. Like, you are just such a fucking pussy. My God. It is amazing. It is amazing. But you know what? Hats off to you. You got a great PR person. Because they do a great job with training you. Because you are just terrible. You're in a fucking scum of the earth. You are a terrible human being. But you can sure turn it on, huh?
Thank you.
God. I wish they would let me next door so I could spit in your fucking face.
You know I would absolutely kill you if you ever did something like that.
You
right?
could never kill me.
Oh, I bet you I could.
Then you should try, John. You really should try, John.
No, I would literally kill you if you
Yeah.
stayed like this.
Yeah, let's try that, John.
Literally kill you.
Let's try that, John.
I'm not saying I would fight you. I said I would kill you if you
John,
did some
do you
stupid
think?
shit
Do you,
like that.
so, John, do you think I'm just gonna sit there and let you kill me, John? I mean, really?
Jones would go on to withdraw with an injury, and the fight would get moved to UFC 182. Moving on to number 2. Before McGregor's star was on the meteoric rise, he jumped out of the cage to accost then champion Jose Aldo. At the post-fight press conference, McGregor would clarify the gesture.
I dived over and they thought I was going to see my girlfriend or hug my girlfriend. I thought they must have thought I was a romantic, but I was going to kill that little Brazilian. But Pat Lorenzo's right hand intervened, and thankfully, because I like money, and when fights happen outside the octagon, money they take your money. So I want to keep my money.
And finally at number 1, Conor McGregor. Yes, again. McGregor's downfall seems to be playing out just as fast as his rise began. And it has the same marquee signs. Somewhere along the line with the tremendous success, McGregor lost the ability to reconcile with failure. In his biggest flop, he became somewhat of a meme, threatening a fighter who had just beaten him. There you have it, folks. These are the 5 times fighters threatened to kill their opponents. Did we leave someone out? If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.